You have been working in the Oversight Committee in terms of an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Tell us what you learned last week in the Hunter Biden depositions and where the Oversight Committee stands in terms of holding all of this money coming in from foreigners to Hunter Biden and his companies, holding him accountable.
Well, this was really bombshell reports that came out of the Kevin Morris depositions last week. And I want to credit Jamie Comer, our chair of oversight, who was doing a tremendous job delivering transparency to the American people. Were it not for that committee's work, the American people would not know that the Bidens benefited. Joe Biden and Jill Biden benefited directly. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of illegal money laundered from adversaries like Communist China. What we learned in the deposition from Kevin Morris is that Hunter Biden has $6 million worth of loans, that Kevin Morris purchased hundreds of thousands of dollars of Hunter Biden's terrible artwork, and the fact that Kevin Morris owns 10% of a stake in the private equity company invested in Communist China from Hunter Biden. Every American knows this is corruption at its core, and Joe Biden sits atop the Biden crime family. So this deposition was very important. I know the Oversight Committee is going to continue its work to deliver transparency and ultimately accountability for what I believe will be the greatest political scandal in our nation's history, with Joe Biden at the top of it.
Wow. Do you believe Joe Biden is compromised because he accepted millions from China? And do you believe that's why he's so soft on Communist China responding to its aggression?
Of course. I've said that Joe Biden is compromised. I've said that the American people know that the big guy, quote unquote, 10% for the big guy is Joe Biden. And you are seeing a very weak foreign policy when it comes to asserting strength to counter China. We're not seeing that from Joe Biden in the White House. And frankly, we're not seeing any strength around the world today. So the media is trying to cover this up, the mainstream media. But again, the bank records and the checks themselves, they are the proof, Maria, that this president is compromised and corrupt.
All right, we will leave it there. Congressman, it's good to see you, and you did a big impact on the college universities. Has the anti-Semitism gotten worse or better since the removals of the two presidents of those universities?
Well, certainly it set off an earthquake in higher education, Maria, and those university presidents, former university presidents in the case of two, sit atop institutions that have a rot and unfortunately deep roots of anti-Semitism. For example, in Harvard's case, when they announced the anti-Semitic task force to combat anti-Semitism, the chair of it is anti-Semitic and is known for anti-Semitic posts. So there's a lot of work to do. That's why the investigation on the Education Committee on which I serve is so important. And it's not just those three institutions, it's higher education across the board. But there will be a lot of work to make sure that we address this, to make sure that these universities are held accountable. All
right, Congresswoman, it's good to talk with you this morning. Thanks very much. We'll be watching.
Thank you.
House GOP Conference Chair Elise Stefanik, thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.